happy to have you here today. Hope you're having a great day. Wanted to show you my backyard. Do you see the little squirrel over there eating? Isn't he adorable? He's so cute. I just love him. I love nature. I love my backyard. And then there's the little red fuzzies. Look at them. Aren't they growing so beautiful? I don't know the official name, but I just call them my little red fuzzies. I love them. And then over here, my Boston ferns. I love those as well. They just spread like wildfire. And then there's my gardenia. I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer, even though this is a video today about, crafting, but I just love to share with you my little backyard sanctuary. And there is my beautiful rice cactus. Isn't it gorgeous? I just love that. I've had it for 25 or 6 years now. And those are just beautiful. And then there's the little wheelbarrow, the little tykes, my daughter's little wheelbarrow. I love it too. It just reminds me of when she was little. I have to put the wheels back on it though. The wheels came off. Alright, so now let's come in here and let's see what we're going to work on today. What I'm going to show you that I'm working on. Okay, let's tighten it back up there. And let's not zoom in so close. Okay, I think that's good right there. Okay, that looks pretty good. So if everybody behaves themselves and stays where they're supposed to, we will have a nice video. Okay, let me tighten this up. It's wanting to drop down on me for some reason. Okay. There we go. That's what I don't understand, what happens with this thing. Bear with me while I adjust it. See if I can get it to stay. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, so I am working on the Happy Mail binders. So I told you I would show you embellishments and things I'm going to be putting in it today. So this little project I saw this morning. I've made one of these before. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making prototypes, and they're going to go in my ephemera binder so that I have ideas when I need to put things in, and you just can't remember every type of embellishment that you make, or ephemera, or little tucks and journals. I mean, you got your basic things, but those are just very simple and boring, and even though you can jazz them up. So let me just show you the two happy binders that I've completed first, and then this one is all in a pink theme, and I'll show you the paper pack that I used for this one. Okay, so first up, if you remember, I showed you this one the other day. It's all an autumn theme, so I did the little snippet embellishment here using papers instead of fabric. A snippet roll is with fabrics. Paper roll, this is considered for paper roll, but I didn't roll this. I just do it in a straight line. I just take a piece of scrap that I've cut off from my cardstock, and it can be different widths, whatever you want your border to be, and then you just cut other pieces. So this one obviously is wider, and then so this would be a perfect centerpiece, you see, for the wider one. So that's what I saved these for now. So I have bags and bags of little scraps, so now I know what I'm going to do with them. Tons of snippet rolls. Okay, so this one was also, I believe I got this off of Scrapbooking with Me channel with Eve. I really like her. So she reminds me of an aunt. I just love her. She's so nice. Southern, just like me. So this, I embellished this thing to bits. I just loved it. The little banner. No, maybe I got this off of Treasure Books. Now that I'm thinking of the banner. Oh, I have to go back and see whose channel it was, because I love her too. She's so sweet. I just really enjoy her whole teaching method. I have a teaching background. I homeschooled my daughter, and I had organized a school group with some friends, and we had about 8 children in the group, I think up to 10 or 12 at the time, and we did all kinds of activities together. Anyway, so we taught crafting and things like that as well. So this one I was just a labor of love. I love this style, and we'll make one of these in a future video. And then I just took my cardstock and I sewed pockets, and I punched holes with so this is a 3-ring binder, and then I made divider pages. And then this one was the last one where I made this, where you tuck in 2 tags and then my little journal book. So we'll make one of these in a future video as well. So this one is all done, and I did finish it up by putting a decorative piece from that paper pack collection in there, front and back, and now the side is finished on that binder. So now I just have to figure out who is going to be the recipients of these binders, because I want it to go to ones who really, really need cheering up, who will appreciate them, who will put them to good use. I don't want all my hard work to just be tossed in a corner or thrown to a little kid and say, oh, here, I don't like it, or I don't know what to do with it, or you take it, or, whatever. I want someone who really, really understands how much hard work and labor and love goes into crafting. This is not a waste of time. We are very passionate about crafting, and we want those who appreciate how much we love it and what our talents that we put into it. It takes a lot of artistry and skill to go into crafting. It's not something that should just be poo-pooed, that it's a waste of time. So this one, if you noticed, I put this decorative. I loved it. I just love all the soft pink pastels that I picked with these, and then I like the boldness of the golds and the whites as well. So this I just decided to take, and I did a collage on a piece of 8.5 by 11 pink cardstock. So I just started with your basic, because this was all pink, so you could just start with a basic piece of cardstock. And then I made pockets on the 2 sides here, and then I just made a pocket in the center here. And I didn't want to cover up all the pretty collage. And then this is just stuck on with washi tape, so this is just a little piece, so they could take this off, put it in one of the pockets, or write on it and use it for whatever they want to do. And then I just tucked in a few more, and this is all from that one paper collection, which I will show you soon. Now this paper is from, oh, I think her name is G. Oh, forgive me that I don't remember her channel name. It will be in the description below, so I can't remember all these ones. Some of these are new to me that I'm following. Others I've followed for a while, and but I don't remember the something with crafts in it. But anyway, so she has a private Facebook group, and I went in there, and then she offers Friday freebies, and then she has these digital printouts for free. I just thought they were so beautiful, so I used some of those. So that's where I got that, and then I embellished with my book pages. Okay, so now this is your typical, I'm sure you've seen this, and I believe, don't quote me on this either, because we all do the same things. If you start watching the channels and you notice this as well, we're not unique in that, oh yeah, we invented this. No, we all copy each other. We all get inspired by each other. There's nothing wrong with that. And then we put our own spin on it, because there's only so many ways you can fold a piece of paper. Let's face it. There's nobody that's going to come up with some genius new way. It's all been done before. So nobody should feel slighted, or nobody should feel offended because, oh, they stole my idea. No. Everybody knows what if you've been crafting for a long time. If you're all brand new to crafting, then you are learning from all of us. But, I'm in my 50s, and I've been crafting since I was 8 years old in school. So if you're anywhere near my age, I'm sure you were too. And I've watched many other channels of older ones in my age group, and they're all talking about, hey, don't you remember when we were like in 3rd grade, we made this? So for some of you, 3rd grade may not have been that long ago, but, for us, it's been a while. Okay, so anyway, so I took a book page, and this was a glossy paper out of a old children's fairy tales. And this Alice in Wonderland, if you've ever read the original story of Alice in Wonderland, it's nothing near what Disney depicted it. So here's Alice, as we know. You remember the playing, and she had, I believe it was a flamingo in the movie. And then the cards and the bunny. And then this particular picture was really scary, so I can understand why they took it out. So it was some kind of bird-looking thing, but he was really scary, so I covered him up. And so I just took this piece of paper and I folded it down to make this piece here. So we'll do that in a future video as well. So you come out with 3 pockets, and I inked around this, and I used, which I'm so excited, I bought the Tim Holtz Distressing Inked Little Minis, and I got them on Amazon. I love my Amazon Prime now. Before I thought it was a waste of money, but now I recognize, and I'm sure everybody else is recognizing too, it's wonderful, and you get free shipping, it gets here fast. You know, you don't have to wait weeks and weeks and weeks. If I order from Joann's, because it's, you know, half an hour drive to Joann's, and that's a waste of gas and my time, and even though they have curbside pickup, but we don't want to do that. And Michael's is a 15-minute drive, so I ordered a lot more from there, and then that's curbside pickup, so my husband just drives up, and the girls are so nice, and you call ahead of time, and they come right out, and I mean, they're there in 2 seconds. So that's how I've been ordering my supplies. And even though, like most of you who've been crafting for years like I have, and I am not ashamed to show you what I have in my stash, and now with all this, you know, sheltering in place, staying at home more, not getting out, which I didn't much anyway, but I'm just inspired, and I love watching all the different channels and the ladies and getting inspired by them. And what I would like to see more of is, instead of selecting one person to give a shout out or another person to give a shout out, I love seeing a lot of the channels that are what I would call the veteran channels, giving shout outs to those who are commenting, and then they pick so many, you know, one lady picks, I think her name's Gail, she picks 3 or so each time she does a video, and she thanks them and gives them a shout out. So if you have a channel, and why not help each other grow? And I know another lady, I think it's Book Vandals, she picks one person, and that's fantastic too. And now this month, Scrapbooking with Me is doing an anniversary celebration, so check out her channel because she's going to be doing shout outs. So this is how we need to help one another in the community and within our niches, to help those and help us to grow, because we can all learn from each other. And you don't have to just be stuck on one person's channel and think, oh no, I can't go and I'll be disloyal. No, because they're looking at other girls' channels. They copy what they do. If you go and look, everybody within a few days of each other is making a video because we're copying the keywords that are ranking. So, I mean, you know, doesn't take rocket science to figure this out. Anyway, and I've been selling on Etsy. There's a lot of, you know, competition on there, but Etsy's cutthroat, where I just love the YouTube community because it's not cutthroat. It's not a stab you in the back thing. It's genuinely wanting to help each other. So anyway, that's my soapbox for the day. So, but I'm not ashamed and I'm not embarrassed. And if you love my channel and you want to subscribe, I would love to have you here. I'd love to have you learn from my method of teaching and support me and help my channel to grow. And I'll be doing giveaways like others do. And if you go to my Etsy shop, Markets of Sunshine, and see my products and see my feedback, when you get my products in person, they're better than what you're seeing because you just can't appreciate it until you get it in your hand and you see all the work that goes into it, and how different things are and things that I do. I have certain products in my shop that no other Etsy seller has in their shop. So I've taken something that no one has wanted to take the time to be bothered with to duplicate, and I'm proud of that. So if you go to my shop, you'll find out what that is. Anyway, so with this one, this is so cute. And again, I believe, I will put it in the description below whose channel I saw this from. So This was called, they named it something different, and I'm not sure. I think it was one of the new channels that I've been following, new to me. I don't know how long they've been on YouTube, but I think it's called the Happy Paper People. Um, and so this, her little thing, I hadn't seen anybody do this on their channel with this particular style. And then now my other question was, I believe it could have been Treasure Book. She may have done one of these in the past. I think she did. But anyway, it's been a while since I saw it. So I was looking at this. I said, now what would I do here? Would I put little pockets? Will I just leave it for them to have journal spots and maybe a picture spot? So that's what I decided to do. So I just put the inspirational words here. So as you look at it from each angle, whichever way you look at it, you'll see that. So that one is going in that pocket there. And then there's just these cutouts from this paper pack is going there. And then this divider page, I didn't, I left the back of that open as well if they want to just put pictures on there. I made a little pocket out of this one. I put a little border strip from the paper pack. Again, here's another same little tier thing I showed you, and I just stuck the little sentiments from that. And here's another pocket page. And then now that the binder itself has a pocket page here and in the front. And then it's just a nice piece out of the book. So what we're going to work on today is this, and I'm thinking that I'm going to just put it in one of the pockets here because it's too big to go into the other style that I made. So what we're going to do is decorate this front part. So my husband is out front cutting down some trees because we're in Florida and hurricane season is upon us, and we've been having this is a year it's going to be nothing but rain every day and storms. This happened every so many years, but it brings my mind back to the 70s, and we moved to a rural part of Florida called Oviedo, and it was named after Oviedo, Spain, by the way. And it rained every single day that summer. We moved there in March, and I don't remember if it was that year or the following year, there was a hurricane, and it flooded. We lived now out in the country, and there were ditches that they had dug for drainage because of a low-lying area that it already was known for, very swampy. And so the ditches, I would say, were probably about 10 feet deep. I'm just guesstimating from my memory. And so what I'm doing now is I'm looking for an embellishment. So something that I'm going to put here. Okay, so that when this folds over, and then something here and something here. So this piece can go here. And then this will be, I'm going to glue these down. I decided I don't want them left open, and then I will round the corners on these. Okay, so then this piece will go here. And then this piece I'm thinking might look nice. I was hoping there was a really light color. But anyway, I was telling you about the trees. So if he comes in, I just wanted to give you a heads up and a warning. So he comes in, he starts talking to me. I have not found a site that I trust yet that I'm willing to put my computer vulnerable to downloading something, because every time I download anything, it's trouble. So then I get viruses and all kinds of terrible things that I do not want to have continually happening to me in my computer. So I'm thinking this may be the way I will wind up doing this, and I will show you a piece that I worked on last night, but I did another collage page. I love that, and I don't remember who I saw that came up with that on her channel. And so, you know, how we make the collage clusters, which is, you know, adorable and beautiful. And then somebody, you know, put their little thinking cap on and said, hey, why don't we take this to the next level? And they took the whole sheet of paper, no matter what size you want to use, and they collaged on the whole thing. Well, what I did last night is I made a beautiful collage, and I did it a little different, and that's going to be coming in an upcoming video as well. So again, like I'm saying, we all see what each other do, and we say, hey, I like that, I can do that. And then that's what we do. So I'm going to right now just glue this with a glue stick, Scotch brand. And right now I do not have any Amazon affiliate links on my channel. I'm not monetized. I only have 62 subscribers. You have to have 1,000 to get monetized, and then there's all kinds of hoops you have to jump through, and I don't even know if I'm going to worry about jumping through them. So, to help support my channel, you can make a purchase at my Etsy shop, Markets of Sunshine, or Pioneer Fundraiser. It's the vintage shop. The Markets of Sunshine is my handmade shop, and then the Pioneer Fundraiser is vintage. And I use the cap because I have a problem with chemicals, so I don't like to get a lot of the stuff on me because it reacts on me. Anywho, and so let's see if this is going to be enough glue for this thin paper. And did I get it lined up good enough? Ah! Alright, well that might be where some washi's going to have to come in. And, anyway, so I'm not downloading anything else to my computer that might give me viruses. So at this present time, my videos are what they are, and I don't edit any of them, so you can fast forward, you can turn off the sound, whatever you enjoy, whatever you need to do is what you do. You're not going to offend me in any way, shape, or form because nobody knows that that's what you're doing, except you. Okay, and now we're going to do this side, and I'm getting glue where I don't want to get the glue, and I had a piece of wax paper here. Let me get my wax paper out. This is my handy dandy way of preventing getting glue where I don't want it to go, and I don't want it to go onto the top of that other paper. And instead of using the glue, liquid glue, I didn't want that, because then you have to get the brush, which I have, but I don't want to do that, so I said let me try the glue stick. And since it's just thin paper, it should be good to go. But with all this rain we're getting every day, I'm loving it because my garden and my plants are just flourishing. And the front yard was neglected because we spend more time in the backyard, and the garden, the vegetable garden, is in the backyard. And so the front yard was really getting neglected, and my husband would try to keep up with it and water it, but now he doesn't have to do that, and that's saving us on our water bill, which we all need to save money right now because he is just barely getting jobs where he can go back into his remodeling business and be safe. I insist on social distancing, and because he's in his late 60s, and I don't want him getting anything, and he has, different little health hiccups. Okay, so now when we fold this down and we fold this down, okay, when this will be folded up, and then this will get adhesive. Okay, now, okay, so we will fold, how did I have that one before? Did I have this one in? Yeah, okay. So this is your front, and now this is the back, and see how pretty? So now you don't get, when you open it up, pretty on the inside here too. So, see how that wants to buckle? But I'm going to fold this down anyway, so you won't see that buckling. It doesn't buckle when I open it, but when I close it, it's wanting to buckle, but that's alright. So what I'm thinking I might do on this is just glue it here and leave this as a tuck spot there. That's a possibility. And then over here, this, I'm thinking I just want to glue that whole thing down. I don't want to have that as a tuck spot there. Alright, let's get that dry glue off of the tip. So what's going on in your neck of the woods? Where do you live? Is it raining? Are you staying safe? Has anyone in your family gotten sick? How are you dealing with things? I hope everything is, going well for you and you're taking all these precautions that they're giving us seriously and keeping your family safe. Because it's not anything to be foolish about or to neglect the safety of your family. So we personally are taking it very seriously, and we know others who have come down with the virus, and ones who were working around others and they didn't even know that they had the virus, so they were asymptomatic until after they had been in a group, and then the virus manifested itself. So that's one thing that I've been noticing and I've been following. So if you've been following any of this, listening to the experts, medical field is what I'm calling experts, the WHO and CDC, then you'll notice that that's the pattern. It's when you're in a group that this thing explodes. Individually, and it seems like ones you're around all the time, family that you live with, that kind of thing. Even my daughter, who's in the public, she works at, she's in the public all the time. And she wears a mask, of course, but she's not come down with it, but thankfully. But she could see a carrier. You just don't know. So we are very, very careful, and if she happens to come over here and her husband, we do social distancing and just to drop something off, and everybody has their mask on. So, she doesn't want to see either one of her parents come down with this or be in the hospital, and I really, really appreciate her consideration of us. And we are showing her consideration as well, because strange as it may be, we could be carriers even though I don't ever leave the house. But my husband does, so, he could bring something home to me and not even know it. Just, you gotta just really, really be err on the side of caution, because this will come to an end, and it's better that you come out of it unscathed instead of having to come out of it with harm. Okay, so that's all my lecture for the day on that. Okay, so now we're going to glue this bottom piece. So I'm using the Aleene's tacky glue. And one of the other ladies that I watch that does book binding, she said that I believe she said it was the glitter glue. I think that's just the name of it. Art glitter glue. Where's that? I threw that away. Come back. I need you. Is the same velocity or viscosity, probably saying that wrong, viscosity of super glue. And I said, what? So I said, I'm not using that stuff, because if it gets on me, I'll be in trouble. So I decided I'm not getting that. So it's a little too strong for me. Okay. So we have, alright, now we have that glued down, we have this glued down, and I'm going to get another piece of wax paper. Okay, now that I just glued that, and then I can fold this over so that it will not glue onto the pages. And then I can get my scissors. I do have a bone folder, but it's not here right. It's not right here where I'm at. Okay, so I'm going to just use this because it's nice and smooth. There's no ridges of any sort. I'm looking at two of them now. One's in my, what do you call that thing? Can't even think of what it is. Scoring board. Okay. One's in my scoring board. One's in my envelope maker. But anyway, scissors were the closest, so they got picked. Okay. Now. All right. So this is where we're at. So now what's going to happen is, okay, this is a pocket. This is a pocket. And then this is a pocket. So now we have to figure out how are we going to embellish the front of this. So what I was working on last night is what I'm going to use. So give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. All right, so we're going to take, and this was one paper pad that I used. It's Strong is the New Pretty by Recollections. Okay, so this was just these papers here that I used, and then I showed you, I told you I would show you the other one, so let me get that one. And I just bought a new paper organizer. I'm so excited. I don't remember, did I get that from Joann's? I'm thinking I got it on Joann's. I don't think it was Michael's. One of the two. But anyway, and then I don't remember the name, but when I get it put together, I'll show you. Okay, so this one is Blush Glam is the name, and it's the Craftsmith. Okay, so Blush Glam and then Craftsmith, and it's just 48 sheets of these pinks. Aren't they beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so that's how I did. Okay, hold on 2 seconds. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is what I made last night. Okay, so out of the first little paper pad that I showed you, and then I just made clusters, and so I'm thinking, okay, this one could go here. Isn't that pretty? And then this one can go here. Just adorable. I love it. Or I can do it the other way around. It doesn't really matter. Do I want the sentiment at the top? Yeah, I think I like that better. I don't know why, but I like it that way. Okay, so let's glue her in place. And I don't know about you, but I keep a little, it's not a footstool, but it's about the height of a footstool. I would say it's probably